Have you ever believed that following the classic advice, eat healthy to protect your brain, would keep you safe from stroke? What if I told you that some of those very foods, the ones we've trusted for decades, could quietly turn into hidden triggers, striking when you're most vulnerable while you sleep? It may sound exaggerated, but neurologists in emergency rooms have seen it happen again and again. Picture this. You're sitting in your familiar living room, reading glasses perched on your nose. Your grandchild curls up beside you, listening as your voice drifts through the lines of a bedtime story. The room feels calm, wrapped in gentle light, until suddenly your words get stuck in your throat. The book slips from your hand. One arm grows heavy, unresponsive. Your lips try to form words, but no sound comes out. Your grandchild stares wide-eyed, confused, while you sit helpless, trapped inside your own body. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's the kind of moment neurologists witness every single day. And the frightening part is most of the people who collapse like this aren't careless. Many of them eat carefully, exercise regularly, and even avoid every bad food they've ever been warned about. Yet they still fall victim. Why? The answer lies in a truth few talk about. Certain foods once hailed as brain healthy can become risky as we age. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, circulation slows, hormones shift, clotting patterns change, and medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes begin to interact in ways we don't always expect. Eating too well, or changing your diet too suddenly, can sometimes overwhelm a system that no longer adapts like it once did. And at night, when blood pressure drops, clotting becomes more likely, and the body is at its most fragile, these risks intensify. So, how do we recognize the foods that truly nourish the brain? And how do we use them wisely so they protect rather than endanger us? That's exactly what we're about to uncover. In the next section, we'll explore the golden ingredients that can keep memory sharp, protect mental clarity, and help the aging brain stay resilient for years to come. When most people think of the brain, they picture a lump of gray matter firing electrical signals like a supercomputer. But if you look closer, the brain is actually made up of billions of nerve cells, neurons, each wrapped in a delicate double membrane. And here's the key. That membrane is built mostly from fat. Not the kind of belly fat we try to lose, but a special type of structural fat that acts as the foundation of every neuron. Think of these fats as the insulation around electrical wires. Without them, signals leak, short-circuit, and eventually fail. With them, signals travel fast, sharp, and strong, helping you remember names, focus on tasks, and feel emotionally steady. The benefits. When neurons are nourished with healthy structural fats, information moves cleanly through the brain. Memory feels sharper. Concentration improves. Even mood stabilizes. That's why diets rich in good fats are often linked with stronger learning and mental clarity. Signs of deficiency. On the flip side, when these fats are missing, the brain sends out warning signs: frequent forgetfulness, trouble staying focused, unexplained fatigue, or a vague sense of anxiety. In older adults, this may even mark the beginning of cognitive decline. Hidden risks. A weak membrane leaves neurons vulnerable, easily damaged by oxidative stress, toxins, or sudden shifts in blood pressure and circulation. Over time, this breakdown raises the risk of dementia, Alzheimer's disease, or even stroke. How much and how to use the good news? You can rebuild your brain's foundation with everyday foods. Structural fats are found in omega-3 rich fish, phospholipids, and certain natural oils. The smartest approach isn't to overload at once, but to eat them steadily, woven into daily meals. A small portion of fatty fish, or just a handful of walnuts, already provides the building blocks your neurons need. Special considerations. As we age, the body's ability to maintain these fats naturally declines. Seniors should be especially mindful. And if you're on cholesterol-lowering medication, talk to your doctor, since some drugs can affect how your body processes fat. A friendly reminder. Imagine your brain as a finely tuned machine. Without regular oiling, even the best engine starts to squeak, slow down, and break apart. In the same way, without good fats, your neurons can't run smoothly. Sometimes a piece of salmon or a small handful of nuts is more powerful than the most expensive brain supplement on the shelf. Key point: structural fats are the bricks that build memory. Protecting them daily means protecting your clarity, independence, and the ability to hold on to the moments that make life meaningful. If structural fats are the bricks of your neurons, then omega-3s are the cement binding, protecting, and keeping the entire nervous system running in harmony. The two shining stars here are EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These are called essential fatty acids for a reason. Your body cannot make them on its own. You must get them from food or supplementation. The benefits medical research is clear. EPA and DHA play a vital role in protecting memory, improving learning, and shielding brain cells from degeneration. In adults, consistent omega-3 intake sharpens focus, reduces anxiety, and stabilizes mood. In older adults, omega-3s act like armor, slowing down cognitive decline and helping the brain age more gracefully. EPA, in particular, has shown remarkable promise. Studies reveal that it can ease symptoms of depression as effectively as certain prescription medications, yet without the same troubling side effects. In fact, when used alongside antidepressants, EPA often allows for lower doses of medication while still achieving strong results. Signs of deficiency: when omega-3s are missing, the brain feels sluggish, forgetfulness creeps in, concentration falters, mood swings become more common, and feelings of sadness or anxiety may appear out of nowhere. In seniors, this can accelerate into chronic memory loss or other serious disorders. The hidden danger: a long-term lack of omega-3s doesn't just dull memory, it is directly linked to Alzheimer's disease, depression, and cardiovascular problems. Neurons, stripped of their protective coating, become like frayed electrical wires, leaking, misfiring, and eventually burning out. Once that process begins, reversing the damage is difficult. Dosage and how to use experts recommend at least 1.5 grams of EPA daily, with an ideal range of 2 to 3 grams per day for optimal brain health. This can come from fatty fish, krill oil, algae oil, or high-quality fish oil capsules. The key is consistency. A small, steady dose each day is far more effective than occasional bursts followed by long gaps. Special considerations: those taking blood thinners or heart medications should consult their physician before high-dose supplementation to avoid bleeding risks. For pregnant women, DHA is especially crucial for fetal brain development, but dosing must be tailored carefully. A friendly reminder: think of omega-3s as food for your memories. A simple fish oil capsule or a handful of walnuts each day does more for your clarity and longevity than any miracle brain pill could ever promise. Key point omega-3s aren't just nutrients, they are the current of life running through your neurons. By fueling your brain with enough EPA and DHA every day, you're protecting your memory, your mood, and ultimately, the years you have left to live with clarity. When people hear omega-3s, or healthy fats, their minds often jump straight to fatty fish. But not everyone enjoys fish, and not everyone can eat it several times a week. The good news? Nature has given us a wide variety of foods, both animal and plant-based, that quietly feed and protect the brain every single day. A simple explanation: instead of relying solely on capsules, you can stir brain food right into your everyday meals. Familiar foods like salmon, sardines, walnuts, or even a glass of soy milk provide omega-3s and phospholipids in natural form. This variety means you can choose based on taste, lifestyle, or health needs, and still nourish your neurons. The benefits each source brings something unique. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, anchovies, and herring are packed with EPA and DHA, the very building blocks of healthy neurons and good blood flow. Seafood extras such as oysters and fish roe concentrate omega-3s in tiny packages. Just a small serving makes a big impact. Plant-based sources like chia seeds, walnuts, flax seeds, soy, and algae oil offer ALA and other nutrients. These are lifesavers for vegetarians or those allergic to seafood, and they also provide fiber and antioxidants that support both heart and gut health. When the brain lacks these foods. If your diet is missing omega-3 rich foods for long periods, your body sends subtle warnings: dry skin and brittle hair, frequent eye strain, restless sleep, and memory lapses. Long-term vegetarians who don't supplement with algae oil often notice these signs first. The hidden risk: a diet low in omega-3s allows the brain to age faster. Neurons lose their ability to repair, focus drifts, and the risks of depression and dementia climb. And the damage doesn't stop at the brain. Your heart also pays the price, since omega-3s help regulate rhythm and calm inflammation. Dosage and how to use: eat fatty fish 2 or 3 times per week. Add a small handful of walnuts or chia seeds daily. If vegetarian, rely on algae oil to ensure you're still getting EPA and DHA. The magic lies not in eating a huge amount once, but in the steady rhythm of small, daily habits. Smart pairings: enjoy fish with vitamin C-rich veggies to boost absorption. Swap cookies or candy for a few walnuts at snack time. Stir chia seeds into morning yogurt or oatmeal for a simple, tasty upgrade. Important notes: if you're worried about mercury, stick to small fish like sardines and anchovies instead of larger fish like tuna. If you're allergic to seafood, algae oil or nuts are excellent substitutes. If you're on heart or blood pressure medication, check with your doctor before taking high-dose omega-3 supplements. A friendly reminder: think simple. A slice of salmon at dinner, or a few walnuts in the afternoon. That's how you water the garden of memory. Sometimes the most ordinary foods are the most powerful medicine for the brain. Key point: omega-3 rich foods aren't exotic or rare. They're already on your grocery list. All it takes is choosing them wisely and making them part of your routine. Each meal becomes a brick laid in the foundation of long-lasting memory and clarity. If nutrients like structural fats or omega-3s are the fuel that feeds your neurons, then your daily habits are the soil that determines whether those nutrients can truly take root. Many people focus on supplements or superfoods, but neglect this foundation like planting rare seeds in dry, cracked earth. Without the right soil, nothing thrives. Sleep the golden repair shift. While you sleep, the brain acts like a janitor crew, clearing out toxins, extra proteins, and free radicals. This cleanup allows neurons to recover and recharge. Skimping on sleep is like letting trash pile up in your living room. You wake up groggy, unfocused, and over time, raise your risk of dementia. 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night isn't optional. It's the ultimate brain supplement. Cardio movement circulation is memory's lifeline. The brain makes up less than 2% of body weight, but consumes over 20% of oxygen and glucose. That means even a slight slowdown in blood flow leaves neurons starving. Aerobic exercise, brisk walking, cycling, swimming 150 to 180 minutes per week keeps vessels clear, pumping oxygen and nutrients steadily to the brain. Just as a garden needs flowing water, your memory needs flowing blood. Heart health. A strong heart means a clear mind. Stroke is the starkest reminder of this link. A single clot in a brain artery can erase decades of memories. Controlling blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar isn't just about heart protection. It's brain insurance. A healthy heart is the greatest gift you can give your memory. Social connection and a positive spirit, the invisible supplement. Loneliness and depression shrink the brain faster than age alone. On the flip side, conversation, laughter, and time with friends or family light up multiple brain regions, keeping neurons busy and resilient. This explains why older adults with strong social ties often stay sharper than those living in isolation. The danger of neglect, a diet rich in omega-3s, but paired with poor sleep, inactivity, or loneliness, still leads to premature brain aging. It's like fueling your car with premium gas, but leaving the engine rusting in the garage, it won't last. A simple reminder, start small. Take a 20-minute walk after dinner. Turn off your phone an hour earlier for deeper sleep. Call an old friend just to chat. These small acts are invisible vitamins that nourish the brain as much as food ever could. Key point lifestyle habits are the fertile soil, and brain-boosting foods are the seeds. Only when the two work together can you preserve memory and clarity deep into the later chapters of life. The brain doesn't need distant promises. It needs daily nourishment through simple choices. A night of deep sleep, a brisk walk, a meal with a slice of salmon, or a handful of walnuts. These small actions are, in fact, your memory insurance for the years ahead. Picture this. At 80 years old, you're still sitting on the porch, reading stories to your grandchildren with a steady voice, eyes still clear, memories still intact. That isn't a miracle. It's the reward of the steady care you've given your brain starting today. The message is clear. The brain needs protection just like the heart. Eating well, sleeping enough, moving often, and maintaining social connections together. They weave the fabric of lasting memory. So if today you had to choose just one thing to begin with, let it be this. Nurture your brain. Because every smart food choice, every healthy habit, is a promise to yourself that you'll keep your clarity to fully enjoy the years still to come.